so that I know that you are present and I'm not disconnected.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum, teacher.
Walaikum assalam. Okay, I told you last time in the last class, day before yesterday, about bonding, that why elements they bond with each other. So they bond with each other to complete their outermost shell. Okay, only one group, which is zero group, noble gases, their outermost shell is complete. Rest of the elements have incomplete shells. Okay, and they want to complete their shell. They want to be like noble gases. That's why they bond. Okay, and bond means like they form relation with each other. They form friendship with each other. Okay, to complete their shells. Okay, and there are three types of bondings: ionic, covalent, and metallic. Okay, ionic bonding is formed when the electrons are transferred from one to another, from one element to the other element. Covalent bonding is formed paired. Okay, so the atoms they come together, their shells overlap with each other, and they share the electrons. Okay, bonding. Hmm?
Oh, nothing, teacher. Your screen went black and then it came back.
Okay, and metallic bonding is when there is a loss of electrons. Okay, means the metals they lose their electrons from the outer shell. They get rid of those electrons, but they do not give the electrons to anyone. Okay, any other element. They just lose their electrons and electrons roam around. Okay, in the space. Yeah, in the space or the area around. Okay, so we'll discuss all of these three. So we were discussing ionic bonding. Okay, and for the ionic bonding I gave you this example of lithium fluoride. Okay, the thing to remember is that the ionic bonding is formed between metals and non-metals. Okay, always remember it forms between metal and non-metals. Like on this one, on this page it's written the definition: ionic bonds form between metals and non-metals. Okay, metals, I'm writing it here, you should also note it down. One very important thing, that metals they always give the electrons. Okay, I'm writing E for electrons. E negative sign, this is a short form used for electrons. Okay, E minus at the top because electrons are negative. Okay, and S with it because electrons plural. So metals always give. They always take. Okay, so if you remember these small key points, then it will be easy for you to draw the diagram. Okay, metals always give and non-metals, and mostly we make metals first and then we make the diagram of non-metals. Okay, first metals and then non-metals.
Teacher, can you repeat what you said right now?
Yeah, I said that metals always give, they donate, and non-metals they always accept. They take the electrons. Okay, that's how transference happens. So metals, like this metals, they give electron to non-metal. Okay, so it's like this. So one electron can also be transferred, two electrons can be transferred, three electrons can also be transferred. It depends upon the situation. Okay, and we will do those examples in which two electrons are being transferred. Okay, so first example of lithium fluoride. Okay, lithium is 3. Okay, I'm just repeating it very quickly. Lithium has 3 electrons, 2 electrons in the first shell and 1 electron in the second shell. Okay, so it has 1 extra electron, only 1 extra electron which it can easily give. Lithium is a metal, so metals always give the electrons. Okay, so lithium will give the electron, and so there must be something to receive those electrons, to receive that electron. Okay, so fluorine has 9 electrons total, 2 in the first shell, 7 in the second shell. So lithium will give that 1 electron to fluorine. Okay, so lithium configuration will become 2. okay, which is complete, because first shell, we know that first shell contains only 2 electrons, so it's complete. Okay, first shell is complete. Okay, it has 1 electron in the first shell, it gets rid of that 1 electron, and now the second shell is finished. Okay, it's done, it's finished. So now there is only 1 shell in lithium left, and that's complete with 2 electrons. Okay, so we will write the lithium configuration as 2, okay, square brackets, see the screen, square brackets, and then positive. Okay, because the element, the metal, always form positive sign when they give the electrons. Okay, so we will write it like this, only 2. And for fluorine, after receiving, previously it was 2,7. Okay, 2,7, neutral, no sign on it, it's neutral. But after receiving the electron, it becomes 2, 8, square brackets, and negative.
Do the non-metals always form a negative sign after receiving the electrons?
Yes,
Okay.
always. Okay, but it forms like this is plus charge, so nothing is written with it, so it means it's +1. It has given 1 electron. Okay, so if it gives 2 electrons, then +2 will come with it. If it gives 3 electrons, then +3 will come with it. Okay, but here the lithium is giving only 1 electron, so only plus sign, one positive.
Teacher, I can't see your video anymore.
It's not appearing.
No,
Teacher, I can't see your video anymore.
So I can see your slide. I can see your screen. Screen too.
Yeah, I changed the slide. See now?
Yeah, now I can see it.
Can all of you see? Ionic bonding and concepts of ions formation.
Yes.
Yeah, this is also previous lecture. Okay, so now this is sodium chloride. Previous example was of lithium fluoride. This is of sodium chloride. Okay, I give you this one example also, 11 electrons. In this one, sodium gives 1 electron to chlorine. Itself, sodium will become 2, 8. Okay, which is complete configuration because first shell contains 1, second shell contains 8. Okay, and chlorine, after receiving 1 electron, it also becomes complete. First shell with 2, second shell with 8, and third shell with 8. Okay, that's how you write the configuration in square brackets. Na will become positive, Cl will become negative. The positive negative will attract each other, they will come close together and form a compound. Okay, sodium chloride.
Sodium chloride.
Yes, very good. Sodium chloride is formed. Okay, now the new thing in today's lecture is that Na, the positive, these are known as ions. The charged particles are ions. Okay, the particles or atoms which have charge on it, positive or negative, they are known as ions. Okay, the ions formation. So they both of them are ions, but they have a specific name also. The positive charges, they are known as cations. Cations. Okay, so it's a cation. Ion. Okay, only add word cat with it. Okay, it's cation, the positive one, and the negative one is known as anion. Okay, remember this thing. It's very important. Cation. Okay, remember this, and it will help you in other chapters also. Cation and anion. Okay, any later classes. This is a basic concept. Cation, anion. So if they ask you to define cation, so you will write the negatively charged particle. Okay, no, sorry, cation, positive charged particle, and anion is negative charged particle. Okay, now what is this thing? The calculation. Okay, now this calculation is that how you can take out the charges. Okay, how you will know that which charge is formed. Okay, see this one. Remember that all atoms are neutral. Okay, all atoms in the periodic table are neutral. They don't have any charge on them. Okay, sodium, lithium, potassium, all the halogens, all the transition metals, all of them are neutral. Neutral means zero, no charge. Okay, but they form charges after giving or receiving. Okay, so if they give the electron, they become positive. If they receive the electron, they become negative. Okay. Fluorine becomes negative after receiving. Yeah, because non-metals also always receive, or they always accept. But all the atoms are neutral. Neutral means that their positive and negative charges are equal. Okay. Positive negative charges means, wait, let me just, I cannot erase it. Oh, yeah, I saved it. Okay, see, protons which are present in the atom, protons are positive, they are positively charged. You have learned it in grade 6. Protons are positive, okay, which are present inside the nucleus. And electrons are negative. Yes, electrons are negative. Okay, so in every atom, the number of protons and number of electrons are always equal. Okay, but the number in every atom, positive and negative charges are equal. That's why they are neutral, no? Because in maths also you studied that positive, if it is positive 5 plus 5 negative 5, they cancel each other and the answer is 0. Okay, basic maths. So equal but opposite charges, they cancel each other, so form 0. I mean the answer is 0, so they are neutral, no charge on them. Okay, so in every atom, atoms are neutral. So it can also come the question that why atoms are neutral. Okay, so why they are neutral? Because their positive and negative charges are equal. Because their positive protons and electrons are equal. Yeah, so they cancel out each other. Okay, it's written, I think, here. Remember that all atoms are neutral. They have an equal number of positive protons and negative electrons. So the charges cancel out. Okay, you can underline or highlight this one. This is important. Okay, their positive and negative charges are equal. What makes them unequal? When they either give or receive. Okay, the electrons. So this makes them unequal. However, after sodium has given an electron to chlorine, the electrons and protons in both atoms no longer balance. Okay, because obviously if sodium has 11 electrons and it gives that one electron, so electrons becomes 10. It is short of one negative charge. Then it becomes unbalanced. Okay, no more equal. So see, the sodium atomic number is 11 that we discussed yesterday or last time. 11. Okay, I'll just write it here on the next page. Okay, the same thing I'm explaining, the calculation thingy, but I will write it here. Sodium atomic number is 11. Okay, atomic number. And from grade 6, you know that atomic number tells us about the protons and electrons. Okay, electrons, which is the same as electron number. Okay, so in sodium there is 11 protons and 11 electrons, means both charges are equal, so the answer is 0. Okay, it is neutral. Sodium is neutral. But when sodium gives its one electron, what will be the charge now? Negative charge.
Plus.
Positive charge will remain the same, plus 11. See the board. Positive 11 will remain the same. Okay, but when it gives one electron, it becomes minus 10. Okay, unbalanced.
Wait, teacher wanted to turn plus because I just gave its electron.
No, they are, see, there are 2 electrons in first shell, second shell 8 electrons, and 1 electron in the third shell. So it gives that 1 electron, so it will remain 10. Okay, and these are electrons, so electrons have minus charge always.
I got it.
Okay, so plus 11 minus.
So teacher,
Yes.
when they take an electron, so that means that they will have plus 1 proton.
Yes, plus 1 proton. Very good. And electrons will increase if they receive the electron. Okay, if it receives the electrons, then electrons number will increase and they will get short of 1 proton. Good.
Okay.
Okay, now after giving, okay, this one is after giving the electron. After giving one electron, it becomes minus 10. So now do the calculation. Plus 11 minus 10, what is the answer? Plus 1. Plus 1. So sodium will get plus 1 charge. Okay, so that's how you calculate the charges. And for chlorine, see the chlorine. Chlorine's atomic number is 17. Okay, so it means 17 protons and 17 electrons. Okay, protons are 17, electrons are 17, it's neutral. But after receiving the electron, when it takes the electron from sodium, protons will still remain the same, but minus 18, one extra, it has received. Okay, it took the electron from sodium. See, it's here now that from here, one electron is going to chlorine. Okay, sodium is giving and chlorine is taking. So after taking electron, it becomes 18, minus 18. Previously minus 17, now minus 18. Okay, what's the answer? Plus 17 minus 18. Minus 1. Good. So it means that chlorine has minus charge on it. Okay, this one. Is there someone who is still confused in online class, online students?
No.
Yes, teacher, I'm a little confused.
Which one? Which thing you did not understand, Mita? They have, see, all the atoms, they have equal number of protons and electrons. Okay, means
Okay.
their plus charge and negative charge, like see the sodium, plus charge and minus charge are same. Okay, in every atom.
Okay.
Like it's natural, because so it's natural, so they are zero, they are neutral. When sodium forms a bond, it gives one electron to chlorine. Okay. Sodium gives one electron to chlorine. So previously sodium had 11 electrons, and after losing one electron, it becomes 10. Right?
Okay.
One is minus. Okay. Now in previously sodium was minus 11. Now it is minus 10. This negative charge is for electrons. Okay. For electrons, minus is representing electrons. So now calculate, because protons will remain the same. This nothing happened to the protons. Protons are inside the nucleus. They are not gone. Okay, so the transference happens only for the electrons because they are outside the nucleus. Okay, so only electrons can move. So plus 11 minus 10, it's plus 1. So that's how you calculate the charges. Okay.
Okay.
If it gives, then it becomes 1, it becomes less, and if it takes, it becomes more.
Okay.
Okay, and that's how the diagram. This is the thing which is done
Teacher, I can't hear you.
on the previous page.
Teacher, your voice is breaking.
See?
Teacher, I can't hear you. Your voice is cutting and breaking.
Same.
See, let's add the charge. Sodium 10 electrons, add up the charges is after, and the 18, obviously it was 17, now it's 18.
Teacher, what are you saying? You don't.
I know.
Can you hear me?
Your voice is glitching.
Yeah, now it's better. Before it was glitching.
You guys have understood, right?
Teacher, I can't hear what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm not saying anything. I was just waiting for the rejoining or reconnection. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, now your voice is clear.
And the screen?
Yes, we can see the screen
Yeah.
too.
Okay, now this diagram, okay, this diagram is also really important and you should know how to make it.
Teacher, which diagram
Okay,
I
important
can
diagram.
see?
Page 77.
But teacher, your
The
screen has a different slide.
The
diagram on
down one, the yellow one.
this diagram, yeah, the down one, the second one. On page 77, the second diagram, in which there are shells with square brackets. Okay, that diagram. This is the bonded picture. Okay, ionic bonded picture. And this diagram is known as dot and cross diagram. Dot and cross. Okay, dot and cross diagram. And the attraction between positive and negative charge, okay, the attraction with which the bond is formed. This attraction is known as electrostatic attraction. There is a word in the last paragraph, electrostatic attraction. Okay, I'm highlighting it also. Can you see the screen now, online girls?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, electrostatic attraction. This electrostatic attraction sticks the ions together and is called an ionic bond. Okay, and this is the dot and cross diagram. Dot and cross diagram, I'll draw it on the next page. Let's draw dot and cross diagram for sodium chloride. Okay, so sodium, as we discussed, that sodium 281, okay, and chlorine is 287, and sodium gives its one electron to chlorine. Okay, so sodium becomes 28. Okay, all of it is written in the book, and chlorine will become 288. Square brackets, negative. Okay, sodium will become Na positive and chlorine will become Cl negative. Now, how you will draw the picture? The picture will be after the transference. Okay, the dot and cross diagram I'm drawing. Okay, so please focus that you will draw the diagram of after transferring of the electron, after transfer. So sodium, this is nucleus. Okay, its first shell after transfer. This is the configuration of after transfer. So first shell contains 2 electrons and second shell contains how many? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, is there any third shell in sodium after transfer?
No.
In sodium after transfer? No, there's only one. It had one electron. Na? After giving, the third shell finishes. Okay, so only 2 shells which are complete 2 shells, square brackets, okay, and positive. Okay,
Teacher, I can't hear you.
all of you can't hear
Teacher, I
me?
can't hear you anymore.
Oh, they can't hear me. Interruption. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. And can you see the screen also?
Yeah.
Okay, let's complete this diagram quickly because there are only Few minutes left for the period to be over. Okay. Can you see the dot diagram?
No.
No?
No.
The sodium diagram, I drew the shells,
Yes, sure, I can
sodium
see.
shells.
See, I
Yes,
can
I
see. I
see
can
it.
only see euro sodium.
Yeah, on the sodium. I drew on the sodium.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm going to draw chlorine. Okay, and this is after transfer. Okay, after transference. Now, and chlorine will be cross. Means I will represent chlorine's electrons with cross. Then we become dot and cross diagram. Okay, so one electrons with dot represented by dot and cross for the second one for the non-metal. So in the middle nucleus, first shell contains after transference. See from here and tell me.
Electrons.
2.
First shell contains 2. Second shell contains
8.
8. And the third shell contains
8.
8. So 7 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 electrons of chlorine and 1 electron of sodium. Okay, which is transferred. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to differentiate the
Yes.
electron which is transferred and which are already present in chlorine. Okay, so the electrons which are already present in chlorine, you can represent them with cross. Okay, and sodium's transferred electron is represented by circle, by dot. Okay, or you can do the opposite also. Okay, that sodium, you can draw the sodium electrons with cross. Okay, and chlorine's electrons with dot. So it's your choice. Okay, but you have to differentiate metal electrons and non-metal electrons. Okay, so that we know that which electron is transferred. Okay, and then square bracket, negative. Now this is dot and cross diagram. Okay, you have to show the ionic bonding and the transference, like the diagram after the transfer of the electrons. Girls, did you get it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, then I wrote on the limitations. Okay, this one. Try to make ionic bonding in lithium fluoride. There are 5 minutes left in the class. Okay, so if you have a sticky note or any copy with you, the online girls also, please make the dot and cross diagram for sodium chloride. For lithium fluoride. Okay, right now, do you have it? Give one sticky note.
Yes.
Have them. Please, the girls who are online also, please draw lithium fluoride. Come on, fast. Okay, lithium fluoride. I revised it also. Lithium with 3
Teacher?
electrons and fluorine with 9 electrons. Yes.
Nothing.
Okay, lithium 2 1 and fluorine. Sorry, fluorine is 2 7. Okay, and 1 electron will be transferred from lithium to fluorine. Now draw the diagram. Okay, I'm just helping you. I'm writing this thing only. Okay, you have to draw dot and cross. Now try. Make
Teacher,
lithium shells. Make fluorine shells. Yes.
what is that small dash like line
Small dash
above
is
the?
a negative sign.
Oh, okay. Over the
Miss, we have
electron.
to draw this in the copy. Not in the copy, rough copy. Rough. Okay.
I drew it.
Yeah, it's rough copy or sticky note.
Teacher, I'm done.
I'm done.
Oh wow. Did you draw the diagram after transference or before transference?
After transference.
After cross.
Very good. and represent one element with cross, okay, with dot, and the other element electrons with cross, dot and cross.
Are you going to draw it right now after everybody draws it?
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm done.
After 1 minute, because the class will end soon. Okay, and in the next class, we will draw magnesium chloride, okay, which is on page 78 in your book. And also in next class, I will give you homework.
So teacher, like, for example, like in like the test or exam, you can say you can give us like these diagrams, and then we have to like tell them if they're like which acid or whatever.
No, I'll give you the question like this, that draw dot and cross diagram of sodium chloride.
Oh, okay.
Or draw dot and cross diagram of lithium fluoride. Okay, so you have to draw the diagram.
Will it be written as like after transfer or before transfer?
After transfer, yeah, sorry.
Like if this question comes in exam, so will they mention after transfer or before transfer we have to draw?
No, dot and cross diagram is always after transfer.
Okay.
Okay, they will not mention, but you should know this, that it is always made for after transfer of electrons. Okay, because dot and cross diagram represents ionic bonding, and bonding is formed after transfer.
Yes. Thank you, teacher.
Okay, so for lithium, first we will draw the nucleus. Last time ends. Yes. Lithium, first shell contains only 2 electrons after transfer, square brackets and positive. Just confirm your diagram. Okay. Square. Don't forget square brackets and positive. Means square brackets and the charge. Okay. And for fluorine, 2 electrons cross in the first shell, and second shell 8 electrons, 7 electrons of itself, okay, and 1 electron of lithium, square bracket and negative. No problem. Okay, lithium electron, if you have done with positive, with cross, then in fluorine also just make 1 electron with cross. Okay, because it is lithium's electron. Okay, and just make 1 arrow like this. It's not compulsory, but if you make it, then it's good. The compulsory thing is the shells, the complete shells, square brackets, and charges. These 3 things are compulsory in dot and cross diagram. Okay. And if you are done, then you can go.
Teacher, Allah Hafiz. Have a nice day.
Okay, Allah Hafiz. Sanitize your hands and then go. All of you. Very important. Okay, the online girls also. Yeah, if you're done, complete, then go.
Allah Hafiz,
So
teacher.
I'll see you in the next class. Allah Hafiz. Have a nice break.